Persistence overcomes resistance. That's a lesson I learned early in my corporate sales career, and boy, is it ever true. It is hard to beat a person who won't quit. And a good example of that came in Sonny, who's a mentee, and he was in the process of working to secure law firms and accounting firms on a success-oriented, rolled, deferred fee basis. And what that meant was that as opposed to just deferring fees from any failed transaction, you follow something closer to the private equity model, which is those fees are discounted. That means that you get a discount of the vast majority of the fees from failed transaction, and they get thrown away, and then the balance that's left is moved forward. So Sonny wrote to one of the big four. He didn't mention anything about fees. He just mentioned that he was interviewing, which is an important word to use, accounting firms, and that he would be interested in talking to them about representation. He said a little bit about what he was doing, but not much. It was actually a pretty good email. And he got back a response which basically said that they needed an entity to be formed and they couldn't work on a contingency basis, which was odd for a response to such an initial email. So Sonny kept going. He moved on to other prospects, and about a week and a half later, unsolicited, he got an email back that said during the current COVID-19 environment, this big four company is looking at some alternate fee structures, and they would be interested in having a discussion. And Sonny wrote to me that he couldn't believe how much that helped his self-confidence, that he just kept pushing ahead, and good things obviously happened to him. So a couple of lessons there. One is you can get a deal where you not only have deferred fees, but you have discounted and rolled fees. In this case, they offered 80% discount on failed transactions, and then moving the 20% to the first successful transaction. And hopefully you don't have any failed transactions, but stuff happens, like COVID-19. If you were working deals at the tail end of last year, many of those would not have survived this COVID-19 situation. So it's important. And most people beginning QLA don't have the ability to write a check like that. So I would highly encourage you to go after that situation where it's a discounted and then the balance rolled. But I think the bigger point is to keep pushing. Sonny realized that he got a response that wasn't what he wanted. He didn't let him stop it, and he just kept moving to the next one. Eventually that prospect circled back to him. But one way or another, he was going to get it done, and that's exactly what happened. So again, persistence overcomes resistance. Okay, so if you have any questions or comments or ideas for future episodes, please email bruce@brucewhipple.com. And if you're not already on our mailing list, head over to brucewhipple.com and sign up and grab any of the free reports. That'll put you on the mailing list. There is a lot of free information you can use to acquire already profitable businesses. This is Bruce Whipple. Thanks for listening to the Business Acquisition Podcast. And remember, you miss 100% of the opportunities you fail to take. And procrastination truly is the thief of time. So do something today, please. Your future self will be proud of you.